Go ahead, look down at your arm. You see those little blue lines under your skin? Well, those are actually the tail end of an incredible journey. We're talking about the return trip that blood takes from your fingertips all the way back to your heart. In this explainer, we're going to map out that entire venous highway. Seriously, have you ever really thought about it? If you look at the back of your hand, or maybe the inside of your forearm, you can probably see some of them right now. But those are just kind of the surface roads of a much bigger, more complex network. So how does this whole system actually work? Okay, so put simply, this is your arm's drainage system. After the arteries have done their job delivering all that oxygen-rich blood to your muscles and cells, it's up to the veins to collect the used, deoxygenated blood and send it all the way back to the heart and lungs to get a refill. It's an absolutely critical part of our circulation. Now, this system isn't just one giant pipe. It's actually split into two coordinated networks. Over on the left, you've got the superficial veins. Those are the ones just under the skin. And on the right, hidden away, are the deep veins, which run right alongside your muscles and arteries. To get the full picture, we've got to start where the journey begins, right on the surface.
Right. So the whole trip kicks off at the point that's furthest from the heart, your hand. Just imagine all those tiny capillaries that just finished dropping off oxygen to your fingers. Now, all that used blood needs to be gathered up to start its long climb back up the arm.
It all starts right here, in what we call the dorsal venous network. It's this web-like collection of tiny veins on the back of your hand, and it's the first collection point. You can think of it like a bunch of small country roads all merging together before they hit the main highway. And from that web on the back of your hand, the blood gets funneled onto two main highways that are going to carry it up the rest of your arm. So, let's meet the two stars of this superficial system, the cephalic vein and the basilic vein. They each take a different route, kind of charting their own course on opposite sides of the arm. First up, we've got the cephalic vein. It forms from that network in the hand and then travels up the outer edge of your arm, that's the thumb side. It takes this long haul route all the way up to the shoulder before it finally dives deep to connect with that main pipeline. Its partner in crime is the basilic vein. This one runs up the inner side of the arm. You can just follow your pinky up. But here's the difference. Unlike the cephalic, the basilic vein takes a bit of an express route. It only goes about halfway up the upper arm before it dives deep to join that hidden system. So let's just quickly recap their paths, right? You've got the cephalic vein on the thumb side, making that long journey all the way to the shoulder before it drains into the deep axillary vein. But then you have the basilic on the pinky side, taking a shortcut and diving deep in the upper arm to drain into the brachial vein. So two different routes, but they're both heading for the same deep system. But these two highways, they don't just operate on their own. Right in the crook of your elbow, they're often connected by a really important little bridge, the median cubital vein. And you're probably way more familiar with this little bridge than you think. Because it's pretty big, it's close to the surface, and it doesn't move around a lot, it is the perfect spot for drawing blood. So yeah, the next time you have a blood test, you'll know exactly which vein they're looking for, and why it's the star of the show. Okay, so the blood has traveled up those surface roads. Now it's time for it to merge onto the main pipeline, the deep venous system. This is where the real heavy lifting happens, carrying the vast majority of blood back to the heart. See, unlike the surface veins, these deep veins are tucked away, running right alongside the major arteries and protected by all our muscles. This isn't just a pipeline. It's the high-capacity, non-stop express route straight back to the chest. This deep system is kind of like a river that just gets bigger and bigger as more streams join it. First, that shortcut-taking basilic vein merges in to help form the brachial vein. As that vein travels up past the armpit, it actually gets renamed to the axillary vein. And this is where our long-haul cephalic vein finally joins the party. From there, the now massive axillary vein continues toward the chest, becoming the subclavian vein, which is the final superhighway back to the heart. So now that we've traveled the surface roads and we've merged onto that deep superhighway, let's trace the complete journey one last time, from start to finish. All right, let's trace that entire return trip one more time. It starts with blood pooling in that web-like network in your hand. From there, it travels up the arm through the superficial cephalic and basilic veins. Then, those veins dive deep, connecting to the main pipeline, which eventually forms one single large vessel to deliver all that blood right back to the heart. And here you can see the whole system in action. You've got the smaller superficial veins feeding into that powerful deep pipeline. It is an incredibly efficient design, a perfect collaboration, making sure every last drop of blood from your fingertips makes its long journey home. And there you have it, the complete venous roadmap of your arm. It's a hidden highway system working tirelessly every single second of the day. So, what part of the body's incredible anatomy should we map out next? Let us know.